All right, today's opening day at TIFF. Jen is live at the Festival Hub at the Bisha Hotel with more on what you need to know. And Jen, it was great seeing behind the scenes all the crew helping put the show to air from there. And now you've got none other than Will Wong with you.
They were like, don't.
Yes, I do. I've got entertainment blogger Will Wong, friend of our show, and his adorable pup Beanie. Beanie, this is your big debut. Say hello. And she's got a beautiful dress on this morning. So cute,
It
Will.
is TIFF 50, and we have to celebrate with a bit of gold. I went to a pre-TIFF party the other day. No one wore gold. I'm like, how are you not wearing gold?
Oh my gosh, gold is the theme. Okay, so Will, this is obviously a super busy time for you. And hey, look, we've got a ton of celebrities making their way to our beloved city. And you've already seen a few of them?
Yeah, that's my ritual. I try to, get running on day 0. We've had a few sightings yesterday. I sent over some photos. So we saw Elle Fanning. Elle Fanning's getting a lot of buzz. Like she went from child actor to like this legitimate actress. She's getting lots of work, just like her sister Dakota. But yeah, she's in this movie called Sentimental Value. So much Oscar buzz. She's fantastic. I have had the honor of seeing that film already. A couple names: Charlie XCX, probably one of the biggest global pop superstars. I spotted her. She's so lovely. Like because she possesses this sass and this attitude in her music. You'd think that like no, she's just like an angel. And Beanie's was with me. She was so happy to meet her too. It was amazing. Like, and a couple emerging actors. I saw Nick Robinson, a couple Hungarian actors who are here, and then we also saw Samara Weaving. So, a lot of emerging names we saw. I'm excited to see who's walking tonight, though.
Yes, for sure. So tonight is the opening film of John Candy, I Like Me, for the film, and obviously his family is going to be there.
Yes.
But it was directed by Colin Hanks, Tom Hanks' son. I don't think Tom Hanks is coming, but we've got like Angelina Jolie. She's going to walk the red carpet for Couture.
Yes.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson's here with Emily Blunt for The Smashing Machine, and just like so many, Sydney Sweeney, Jacob Elordi,
Channing Tatum, Matthew McConaughey,
Al Pacino. Like there's just a list of Jodie Foster.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, we can go on
it does
and
not
on
get bigger than that, honestly.
and on.
Yeah.
So Will, I mean, when I look at your Instagram, I'm just like, how does he do it? You basically have a photo with every single celebrity. I can't even count. What is the tip for either meeting them or getting a photo? Because I'm sure there's some etiquette involved and strategy.
Yeah, it's all about your approach. Everyone just wants to be approached like a human being, and I think it's just important. There are moments where like, hey, Angelina, like that works if you're behind a barricade with 300 people. But there's moments if you're just in front of like, hey, Jennifer, a huge fan, like it would mean so much. Like
be sincere.
I think that's my approach with Natalie Portman if I see her. So I already gotta like, okay, how am I gonna like channel this calm energy? No, but no, kidding aside, you know what's helping a lot? Like AI, like people need to know how to use that. Like I use this Google Pixel phone. I basically type in searches on Gemini, and it basically sort of helps me plan, what I'm gonna be doing that day and who I might be looking for that day. Like I don't have to go through like a big PDF file now. I can just sort of boop, boop, boop in a minute.
So
and
good.
it just helps so much. We have these little tools now that we can use that make it planning TIFF a lot easier.
A lot easier, because I'm sure it can be quite overwhelming, to navigate, 10 days of the festival.
That's right.
Okay, so we know that the celebrities are in town. We don't exactly know what hotels are going to be at. Maybe you do, but restaurants. I mean, there's so much to see. Festival Street. What are kind of like the hot spots that you recommend people? Congregate to?
We're here at the hotspot. Bisha Hotel is hosting Deadline Studios. It's a portrait studio. Every big A-lister emerging star is going to come through here at some point during TIFF.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to come get their portrait done. It always draws a huge crowd. They're going to have free popcorn outside. Like it's amazing. They're welcoming that, and it's not always a thing at TIFF. Sometimes they don't give people the access, but this is the access. This is your moment. Other than being at the carpet. So how it works for fans this year is they got to go on Ticketmaster a day before the movie at noon. That's when tickets get released, and you have to sign up for a spot at the carpet to see the stars this year. So you show up your QR code on the phone, or show your ticket on the phone when you show up, and you're guaranteed a spot. So it's just ways of sort of managing crowds and how many people can access that. But lots of other things like this, like the Deadline Studio. There's also Collider. They're doing something at Discreta, which is just down the road too. Similar. It's accessible. If you stand on King Street, you can just sort of see the stars come in and out. Saloon has got something similar with Letterboxd, that website for fan reviews. That Nobu, like we all know that hotel is finally open, so we're expecting that to be a big draw. Jacobs and Co. Like these are new spots that will be hosting parties. Obviously, there's Petros, like they host RBC House. That always draws a lot of celebrities. So tons of options. You just got to pick where and then just sort of commit to it.
It's kind of like collecting Pokemon, right?
Yes, it is. It's kind of like
As you
collecting
go.
Pokemon.
Oh my gosh, that
yeah.
is so funny. Very quickly, Will, I know you said you're excited to see
Yeah.
Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know, like, one celebrity that you've met that kind of blew you away or you were surprised by because they didn't seem like what you thought they were.
Oh my God, it's always the A-listers that, like, you think like George Clooney or Brad Pitt, like Angelina, for example. You always think that, like, oh my God, like, no, they're not going to be nice. It's always the inverse. Like, it's always those big A-listers. They always, you know, they floor me how nice and approachable they are. They take the time. Like, they use those carpets as a moment to really connect, and that's their moment. You know, the cameras are on. I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna go all in, and that's when you just sort of like, okay, oh wow, that's not what I was expecting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm in for the emerging. Like, I've met like so many stars over the years, but like I want to see who's coming out of the fest.
Right.
And there's a lot of emerging names. Like tonight, like Renate Rensve, she's got Oscar buzz. This Norwegian actress, she's walking the carpet. I'm curious to see that. Like, who's gonna come? Like, remember Mikey Madison? She won the Oscar.
Exactly, for Honora.
This was a springboard to getting that Oscar for her.
There you go.
I'm here. I'm all about what's next. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Okay, Beanie, you are a star, my little cutie pie. Okay, Will Wong, entertainment blogger. Thank you so much for your tips. You're going to join us later on in the show.
That's right.
So we'll see you again soon. Nick, back to you.
Okay, Jen, great stuff there. Thanks.